to Pilates Intervals. So a little bit different today. So we've got 9 rounds. It's kind of like we do HIIT, but kind of doing it in Pilates instead. So it's not as intense, but it's not super relaxing either. So listen to your own body as you go through. So each exercise is 30 seconds. There's 5 in a row. So we do 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 till we've done 5, then take a 30-second rest, and there's 9 rounds altogether. So we're going to use each one to progress the exercise. It'll make sense when we start going through. So the 30 seconds in between is basically to reposition. So let me get it back to the start. I think it's just changed which one we're on. Bear with me a second. Where are we? That one. So just give me a thumbs up. Can you hear the music? Yep. Cool. Right, so take yourselves into your neutral spine position. So feet underneath your shoulders, soften your knees, tuck your pelvis under, shoulders back and down. So when he gets going, we're going to do 30 seconds of our head rolls. Then we're doing shoulder rolls, and that's how we're going to build up our warm-up today. So a little bit of softness in your knees. You're going to get going? There we go. So take an inhale through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, turn your head to the side. Inhale again. Exhale, drop your chin across your chest. Inhale at the other side. So it's exhale as you nod your chin across your chest and up at the other side. So switching your tummy muscles on. Lifting up slightly on your pelvic floor. And then just going with your breathing. So just because we're doing 30 seconds of everything doesn't mean you're rushing anything. So it still needs to be nice and slow. So bring your head back to the center, and we're going into your shoulder rolls. So it's inhale up and forward, exhale back and down. So nice big circle up and forward, and then back and down. So you can either have your arms here, or you can do your hand position there, or circling with your arms, whichever you prefer. So say first round is warm up, and then we're sort of, the second one's balance, and then we're going into different exercises as we go through. Oh, I think I'm just defrosting at the back of my legs. So bring your arms up in front, hips stay still. You're going to exhale as you open out to the side, inhale back into the center, and then exhale the other way. So make sure you're breathing. Am I deafening you with this music now? Is it just myself? Can you still hear it there? Yeah? Cool. So exhale as you open, so rotating your upper body, not your lower body. Last one. Take your feet underneath your hips. You're going to go down into your squat and then round yourself back up. So you're inhaling down into your squat, bum goes back, and then exhale as you round yourself back up to standing. If you don't want to do the rounding, just do the squatting. Just inhaling down, nice long spine, and then round yourself back up to standing. So nice long spine as you go down. Bring yourself up, hands onto your hips, and you're just going to pedal your heels. So alternating heels up and down. Can't get my words out, my brain's not come home from holiday. So keeping those hips nice and level. So once you finish this one, you're going to have a little 30-second rest. So if you want to carry on doing any sort of warm-up or just grab a drink, you're welcome to. And then our second round is going to be balance. Okay, give it a little shake off. Okay, so next up, we're going to be doing our heel raises. So bringing yourself into your neutral position, so soften your knees, feet underneath your hips. We're going to do the arms? Yeah, let's do the arms. So you're going to exhale, come up, and inhale, go down. We're going to alternate sides, just the heels to start with. Then we'll build it up onto knees, then add in a bit more, and add on each time from there. So bring yourself into position, roll your shoulder blades back and down, exhale, raise the arms and one heel, inhale, take it back down. So hips stay nice and level. We're keeping that balloon on top of your head. So we're not tipping anywhere here. So it's exhaling up, inhaling down. So when we get going, if you find a level that's enough, just stay with that one. Don't worry about progressing it if you don't want to. Always listen to your own body. So our next one, same thing, but you're going to lift the knee as well. So heel comes up first, and then knee. So you're coming up for shoulder height. Don't bring your knee to shoulder height. Bring it up to hip height and then back down. So if this makes you feel really wobbly, just stick with the heels. That's fine. Or you can come up to here. Good job. So when we do the next one, we're going to add on an opening of arms. So keep that tummy switched on. So keep going with the knee raises. You're going to pause, open the arms out to the side, bring them back in, and then lower down. So just work with your breathing. Don't worry too much about when you're doing which breath. So opening out, back in, and then down. So our last two for this one, we're going to be doing single leg ones. So we'll just do one side and then the other. Again, if what I show you next is too much, just come back to this. Okay, so just on one side, you're going to lift the knee, extend it back behind you, bring it back into the knee raise, and then lower it down. So just stay on one side. So lift the knee, send it back, keep a bit of softness in your standing knee, bring it back through into that knee raise and down. If it's too much, either just stick with the knees or you can just tap it behind instead, like that. That's fine. So switch legs. Keep your hips level, knee lifts, extend it behind you, soften your standing knee slightly, bring it back through, and then take it down. So keep working without breathing. Really switch the tummy muscles on. Remember, if you don't want to do the full lean back, you can just tap behind you. That's fine. Keep going with this one. Once you finish this, you're going to get a little rest. And then we're going down onto the floor. Well done. So grab a drink when you want one. If you want to do a couple of roll downs, feel free, because there's none of those in today's session. So we're going to be going down into our box position next. So in your own time, either doing a couple of roll downs or just bring yourself down onto the floor. You're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Exercise 1 is just going to be our cat-cow stretches.
Exercise 1 in 4.
So draw your belly button up towards the ceiling, tuck your chin in, and then drop your belly button down to the floor and lift your head. So this is our first 30 seconds. So you're rounding one way and then the other. Make sure you're working with your breathing. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. So as we come to the end of this one, I want you to try and find the middle point between the two. So start to make it smaller. Once you've found the middle bit, draw your tummy in. We're just doing the arms. You're going to exhale, slide one hand forwards. Inhale, bring it back underneath your shoulder and alternate sides. So exhale, slide the hand away. Inhale, bring it back in. So keeping everything else nice and still. So we're not overreaching. Keep the back of your neck in line with your spine, so you're not looking down at your chest, you're looking down in front of your hands, and that little finger stays touching the floor. So we're going to do the arms first, then the legs. So keep the arms still. This time we're doing just the legs. So exhale, slide your leg away. Inhale, bring it back, and alternate sides. The toe stays touching the floor. So slide it away, bring it back in. Oh, this blanket's lovely and soft. It's covered in dog hair, but it's really soft. So check here that you're not twisting anywhere. So your back needs to stay nice and straight. So you're not sort of twisting your hips around anywhere. So remember, if at any point it feels like it's enough, stay with that one. If you want to, let's put both together. So opposite hand, opposite foot, slide them away as you exhale. Inhale as you bring them back in. So it's exhale, slide them away. Keep that back nice and level. Inhale, draw them back in. So exhale away. Inhale, back in. So the final option is going to be to add the lift on the last 30 seconds. If you're feeling a bit wobbly doing this one, stick with this one.
Exercise 5.
Okay, so if you want to add on, slide the hand and the foot away and then add that little lift. Drop them back down and slide them back in. So make sure you're not arching your back, so keep drawing your tummy muscles in. So you don't, can you see if I lift too high, I have to drop my back. We don't want that. So keep your spine nice and level. So if that one's feeling too much, go back a level. So exhale as you extend, inhale as you come back in.
Take a 30-second
Let him count down.
in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done. Okay, they're all the nice ones done. So bring yourself over onto one side. So we're repeating this round on both sides. So just pick a side first. Lay yourself down. So you want to be in a straight line along your mat. Bring your hips on top of each other, one on top of the other. Same with your shoulders. Engage your tummy muscles. You can have a little bit of a bend in that bottom knee if you want to. If you need a breather at any point in this one, just take one. So you're going to exhale as you float that top leg. Inhale as you bring it back down. Everything else stays nice and still. So it's exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So if you want to bend that bottom knee, you're welcome to. So again with this one, if any level we do feels like enough, just repeat that one. Don't worry about adding on if it feels too much. If your glutes are not on fire by the end of this, you have done it wrong. This time, if you want to, lift the top leg, then the bottom leg, bring them both down together. So don't lift up too high, so it's top, bottom, both down together. You make any of these harder by taking your hand onto your hip, or onto your side. So if that one doesn't feel good, just stick with the single legs. Good job. So if you have got your hand down in front, just make sure you're not rolling into it. You're just using it as a bit of light support. This time, keep your leg lifted about halfway. You're going to come forwards, flex your foot, and take it back. So point your toe, come forwards, flex your foot, take it back. Don't go too high, because we've got another level to do next. This is when it should start to burn. So when you go back, make sure you're not arching your spine. Just forwards on a breath, back on the opposite breath. So if you want to bend your bottom knee like I have, feel free. Same thing, lift the leg higher. Just, oh, there's the burn. Just forwards and then back. So again, making sure your spine stays in the same position. Lift your lower waist off the floor and keep breathing. So it's inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Ow, ow, ow. I know what's coming as well. Oh, burn, burn, burn. Good job, keep breathing. Keep that leg lifted, point your toe. I'm going to draw little circles. This is your last one on this side. So inhaling, oh, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. If you want to, you can do a few in one direction and then circle the other way, entirely up to you. Keep breathing, it's nearly over on this side. So if it's screaming, keep going, we're nearly done. You know what's coming on the other side now though. So you can go one way and then the other. Let him count down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, roll yourselves over. Let's do the other side. So pretend that never happened. You don't know what's coming. So roll yourself over. Rest your head down onto your arm or your cushions, blocks, whatever you're using. Line yourself up along your mat so you should be able to see your toes. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders, engage your lower waist. Yeah, that's right. Engage some of the muscles so you're lifting your lower waist off the floor. That's what I mean to say. So just the top leg first. So exhale, lift. In. Oh, that hurts already. So keep those hips stacked so you're not leaning forwards or backwards. Then you've got the option to bend that bottom knee if you want to. Everything else now stays nice and still. So if I could only see you from the waist up, I shouldn't be able to tell that you're moving. So exhaling up, inhaling down. I think these are the hardest ones we do. So you tell me at the end if you think I'm right. If you want to here, add the bottom leg. So it's top leg, bottom leg, down together. Keep those tummy muscles engaged so you're lifting your lower waist off the floor and try not to put too much weight into your fingers if you've got them down in front, and just keep checking that you're not rocking forwards or backwards. Keep having a little look down as well, make sure you can see your toes so they're not starting to go behind you. So it's lift, lift, lower together. Good job. So keep the bottom leg down, bend it if you need to, halfway lift, point your toe forwards, flex foot back. When you go back, just be mindful that you're not arching your spine. We're keeping our hips stacked. So inhale one way, exhale the other. So you can either have your hands on your side or down in front, whichever you prefer. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's feeling this. So forward and then back. Keep breathing. Same thing, lift higher. Oh, that's when it screams. Inhale one way, exhale the other. I can feel that all the way down in my ankle. So inhale one way, exhale the other. Just keep breathing. Take your mind off anywhere else. Keep your tummy muscles. I said breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Keep your chest open. Keep those hips stacked. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, keep the leg lifted, point the toe, and it's circles for our last one. Oh, ow, ow, ow. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Imagine you're drawing little circles on the wall with your toe. So if you want to go the other way, feel free. Just make sure you're not rocking forwards or backwards into your hips. So keep them stacked on top of each other. And keep breathing. It's almost done for this one anyway. Let him count down.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, ow. Okay, done with the sideline stuff. So roll over onto your back. Let's see what we've got next. So we're doing our dead bug variations. So roll onto your back. Bring your legs into tabletop position. Tuck your pelvis under. And then tuck your rib cage in. So we don't want any space underneath our back at any point. So keep your arms down by your side for the first one. We're just doing the legs. So you can either tap down or you can extend them away. So it's exhale as you extend. Inhale, draw back in. Keep your pelvis tucked under and your rib cage tucked in. So there's no flaring under here. If it does feel like it's going to lift, draw your knees in a bit closer. So it's exhale away. Inhale back in. Just have a look what's next. Down. Exhale away. Inhale back in. So resist that lift. Keep your legs still. Bring the arms up. We're just doing the arms. So exhale, one arm goes back. Inhale, bring it back up. So exhale out. Inhale in. Make sure you're breathing. Keep those legs in tabletop position. And just check again here that taking your arms back is not making your rib cage flare up. So just work with your own mobility. Our next one, we're going to put the two together. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. So it's exhale, extend. Inhale, draw in. So if you need to make this smaller, you're welcome to, or if you want to just stick to one or the other, again, you're welcome to do. So exhale out. Inhale in. I think we're going to get a lot of exercises in doing this format. So keep that rib cage tucked in, no flaring underneath your back.
Exercise 4.
Okay, keep going with this one. You're going to do one on each side, and then once you've done that, if you want to add on, arms come out to the side and extend both legs out. So it's single on both sides, and then a double if you want it. So both legs go out, arms come out to the side, glue that back to the floor. So it's exhale out, inhale in, both sides, and then a double.
Exercise 5 in 4, 3.
Okay, this time, arms go out, legs go out. As you come in, you're going to crunch. So it's a crunch, and then an extension. If you don't want to do double legs, you can crunch, and then do one leg and both arms. So you're lifting up and then extending out. If this is too much, just pick one of the ones we've already done. Keep breathing.
Take a 30
Let him count down.
in 4, 3, 2.
Ooh, well done. Give your knees a quick hug. Let's see what we're on next. Okay, roll over onto your tummies. We've got 3 more rounds. So we're going to be starting, so let me just show you first, we're going to be starting with swimming variations, which are like this, and then we move on to our back extensions, which are here. So if you want to rest your head down onto a block or a cushion, you're welcome to. We're going to do just the arms, then just the legs, then put them together, and then keep going from there. So arms out in front, rest your head down, shoulders away from your ears. You're going to exhale, lift the arm, inhale, take it back down. So palms face inwards. Let me lift up so I'm not quite so echoey. Palms face inwards. You're lifting one arm and then the other. Lightly press your pelvis into the floor. So arms are out in front. You're exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower.
Exercise 2.
So keep the arms still this time. So you're doing just the legs. So it's exhale, leg, inhale down, exhale, lift the other leg. You're lifting one, and then the other. So if at any point any of these feel like too much, choose a different exercise, or just take it down a level. So our next one, we're going to do both together. So when he counts down, we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep your tummy engaged. So opposite arm, opposite leg. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So keep those shoulders away from your ears and keep breathing. So if you don't want to do both together, just do one or the other, or you can alternate. Entirely up to you. So once we've done this one, we're going into back extensions. So keep engaging those tummy muscles. So bring your arms down to the side so they're bent. You're going to exhale as you lift your chest, keep your eyes down. Inhale as you come back down. So nice long neck, so we're not tipping your head back, you're always looking down towards your mat. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Keep it nice and small and work with your breathing. So exhaling up, inhaling down. So exhale up. So when we add on for this final time, use your back to lift first, and if you want to, press into your hands and come up higher. And then control it back down. So really nice and slow. So exhale, lift with your lower back first, then gently press into your hands and lift up higher. Keep the back of your neck nice and long, so we're not tipping your head back at any point. So exhaling up, inhaling down. If this feels like too much, go back a level. Do one more. Well done. What's next? Shoulder bridges. Okay, roll over onto your back. So we have 2 more rounds to go. The last one has a bit of stretching at the end. When I say a bit, it has 30 seconds of it. So lay yourselves down, so in your shoulder bridge position. Let me untangle my wires. So feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Arms resting down by your side. We're going to do just your pelvic tilts first. So you're going to exhale as you tip your pelvis back, flatten your spine onto the floor. Inhale, hold it there. Exhale, release it off. So just the pelvic tilts to start with. So you're exhaling to tip your pelvis back, flatten your spine. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release it off. So again with this one, if you find a level that feels like enough for you, you're going to stay there. So if you want to, you can do 2.5 minutes of this if you like. It'll feel really good. So exhaling back. If you want to, let's start to add the lift. So exhale, tip back, lifting into your shoulder bridge. Inhale as you pause, exhale as you round it down nice and slowly. And then we're not just lifting and lowering like that, you need to peel up. So you're tipping your pelvis back, lifting one vertebra at a time into your full shoulder bridge position. Inhale, pause, and then exhale, try and lower the top of your back down first. So the back of your pelvis comes down last. So you don't have to go all the way up, you can just do where it feels good for you. Keep an eye on your knees, make sure they're staying still. You can add on the arms now if you want to. So rolling up, arms come up over your head. Inhale as you pause. Exhale, start to round down first and let the arms follow. So again, if you don't want to, just stick with whatever you were doing. So when we move on to the next ones, you might want to get rid of the arms. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to add a little heel raise. So you're coming up into your shoulder bridge. Lift one heel and then lower, other heel and then lower, and then roll it back down. Make sure you keep breathing. So you're rounding into your shoulder bridge position. Pause at the top, keep your pelvis level. Lift one heel and lower, then the other and lower. Remember, if this is too much, go back a level. Our final one, we're going to do a leg lift. So you're going to lift up, lift one leg to tabletop position, lower it back down, keep the pelvis level, lift the other leg, lower it back down, and then round your spine down nice and slowly. So if you're doing the lifting, make sure you're not dropping side to side and you're not letting your hips drop. Just lift and lower, keep breathing, keep squeezing your bum muscles, and then lowering down. I can fit one more in there. So rounding up, one leg, and then the other, and then roll it back down nice and slowly. So bring yourself into your seated position. Our last round is our rollbacks. It's going to end up in rolling like a ball. So make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to bump into if you are going to do the roll. So our very last one is our knee twisting side to side as our stretching.
Exercise 1.
So bring yourselves into your seated position. You can have your legs straight. In fact, no, you can't have them bent. You've got to have them there. So rounding back. Inhale, pause. Exhale, come back up. So you can either hold on to the back of your knees if you want to, or you can have them out. You are going to need to hold your knees when we go on to the next one. So rounding that spine as much as you can. Inhale, pause. Exhale, come back up. So again, if any of these feel too much, go back a level.
Exercise 2.
So take hold of the back of your knees if you aren't already. So you're going to round into your spine. Float one leg and then the other. Lower them back down. And then sit yourself up. So it's exhaling as you round your spine, lifting one leg and then the other. Sorry, I'm laughing. I think Jess has stolen something off Mum and is refusing to give it back. Okay, when we add on this next time, you can add in the rolling back if you want to. So from this position, keep rounding your spine, let yourself rock back and up. It's entirely up to you whether you're going to lower your legs again and sit up or whether you just want to do the rolling. Just lifting one leg and then the other. Keep rounding, keep your chin tucked in. Rock back. Little pause at the top. Entirely up to you whether you want to straighten your back here and then round again and go back. So either carry on with that one or take hold of the front of your knees and you make it a little bit harder. I don't think I can do this one, but I'll try. So hold on to the front of your knees, rock back. Oh, there we go, kind of did it. So the tighter you tuck in, the harder you make it. So keep rounding. Whoop. Don't get stuck. So if you're like me and that was no good for you, just stick with what we were doing. So rounding your spine, rocking back, and coming up. Once we finish this one, we're going to do a little bit of twisting. So roll onto your back, knees bent, arms out to the side, and you're just going side to side. So exhale to the side, inhale back to the center. Exhale the other way, so ankles are touching, knees are touching. You'll find that one foot lifts off the floor. This is our very last exercise, so exhale across, inhale back to center, exhale the other way. So keep working with your breathing. You get a nice little twist in your spine to finish off.
In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, well done. Hug your knees in. Have a little rock side to side. And that's us done. So bring yourself up to seated. He's going to go into the next one in a minute, so ignore him. So yeah, that's Pilates Intervals. So if you watch it on the replay, let me know what you think of it. Feel free to have a little stretch off, whatever you need to do now. I look really dishevelled. So yeah, Pilates Intervals, let me know what you think of it. If you want more of it, there's loads of different ones we can do. And I shall see you for our next session.